Hi, my name is Nicolette, and today we are going to be reading the book Benjy's Doghouse by Margaret Graham. Benjy's Doghouse is a book for the first grade level. It is an older classic, but definitely a book that the students will enjoy. Okay, so before we begin reading, I want you all to take a look at the front cover and the title of this book, and I want you to tell me what you think the book is about. Okay, great. Now we're going to look through some of the pages in the book and look at the pictures. And we're going to try to piece together, or at least come up with an idea of what we think is going to happen in the book. So these pictures are called illustrations, and we see Benjy, of course, and maybe his family. Okay, so let's go ahead and read a few pages from the book Benjy's Doghouse. Benjy was a brown dog with long ears and a short tail. He lived with Father, Mother, Linda, and Jimmy. Every evening when Linda and Jimmy went to bed, Benjy went to bed too. Sometimes he slept on Linda's bed, and sometimes he slept on Jimmy's. Benjy loved going to bed. One day Father said, "Benjy is not a puppy anymore. I think it's time he slept outside. Let's make that old apple barrel into a doghouse." Father brought the barrel out of the cellar. Jimmy put bricks on either side to keep it from rolling, and Linda painted it. Mother put a blanket inside, and the doghouse was finished. Everybody stood around admiring, everyone that except Benjy. That night at bedtime, Father put Benjy in the doghouse. "Now go to sleep," he said. But Benjy couldn't sleep. It was dark out there, and he missed Linda and Jimmy. He got up and went to the door, and he whined, but nobody came to let him in. Benjy decided to look for somewhere else to go to sleep. He went to the main street of town and stopped at the all-night diner. "No dogs allowed in here," said the owner. So I want to pause for a moment, and I want you to think about what is going to happen next in the story. So Benjy is sleeping outside in a barrel. What do you think will happen next? Okay, let's continue. Benjy went to the firehouse. "Can't come in here," said the fireman. "Spot hates other dogs." And he went to the police station. "Better go home, doggy," said the policeman. Benjy turned around and walked down the street. Before we continue, do you think that Benjy is going to go home, or do you think that he's going to find somewhere else to stay? We'll read a few more pages, and then we'll wrap it up. All at once, Benjy saw a light in the bakery. He ran over and barked at the door. "Come in," said the baker. "Nice to have a visitor. My cat ran away weeks ago. It's been very lonely around here without her." The baker gave Benjy a meat pie and fixed him a bed of empty flour sacks. Benjy spent the night in a warm, cozy bakery. Early the next morning, he went home and rested cheerfully. From then on, Benjy spent all of his days with his family and all of his nights with the baker. Benjy was so happy. So where were Father and Mother? They thought that he slept in his doghouse every night, but Linda and Jimmy weren't happy. They missed Benjy. Okay, so we're going to stop there. So, what do you think the ending of the story is going to be like? If you were Benjy, what would you do? Would you stay with the baker at night, or would you go home? How would you feel if you were Linda and Jimmy? Okay, so this concludes our reading of Benjy's Doghouse, and we will continue the book next time.